Our debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
And Salman Soz represents the Congress, Sudhanshu Trivedi represents the BJP, General G.D. Bakshi is a defence analyst, and the last time he was on the program, he'd had a meeting with Hafiz Saeed, the mastermind of 2611. He was hobnobbing with Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan while on a trip there on an Indian passport, and Yasin Malik has now met Sartaj Aziz. So Mr. Yasin Malik, who's chairman of the JKLF and has had that meeting with Sartaj Aziz, did you tell Sartaj Aziz when you met him, Yasin Malik, about the plight of people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, about the human rights violations that his government is carrying out repeatedly in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir? Did you talk to him about that?
Arnav, when we are talking about the Kashmir, we are talking about the whole of Kashmir, which was existing on 15th August 1947. So when we are talking about the right of self-determination of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, we are talking it for both the parts of the Kashmir, not only this part.
So did you speak to him about? No, did you? Don't avoid my question, please, Mr. Malik. Did you speak to him about the strict curbs on political pluralism? Did you speak to him about the lack of freedom of expression? Did you speak to him about the lack of even freedom of association? Did you speak to him about the fact that there is no press in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, that books are banned, there's arbitrary detention and torture at the hands of the Pakistani military and the police? And can you give me any proof on the News Hour tonight about the kind of conversation you had with Sartaj Aziz on this very important subject?
Arnav, our organization is very much existing in that part of Kashmir. Our founder
you don't feel the need. No, you don't feel the need to speak for. You don't feel the need to speak for this.
Allow me to.
Did you? No. Did you ask him, Mr. Yasin Malik? Did you ask him? Okay, fine. 1 minute. 1 minute. You are saying that your organization.
I am answering your question. But you are not allowing me.
You are saying that your organization there will raise those issues. You don't feel the need to raise those here when you meet Sartaj?
No, I'm not telling you my organization. No, I'm not telling you my organization will raise these issues there. Let me conclude my point of view. Or if you want, you do not want to allow other people to speak, then you can decide it.
Mr. Yasin Malik,
our organization is very much functioning there. We are doing our political activities there. There is no ban on our political activities there.
Okay. So 1 minute. So you are. So as long as you're fine, this is a wonderful approach you have, Mr. Yasin Malik. This is a wonderful approach you have here. It's a wonderful approach you have here, where as long as your approach is, as long as I am taken care of, I don't care what happens to other people. So as long as my organization JKLF is allowed to operate in POK, I don't care if people have a terrible time, there is no freedom, books are banned, people are arrested and tortured, there is discrimination against people from the Jammu and Kashmir state. I don't care about that as long as my organization is safe. Mr. Yasin Malik, that's hypocrisy. That's complete hypocrisy today.
My organization, will you allow me to speak, or you just want to carry on?
No, you have exposed yourself with your initial observation.
My organization stands for complete independence from both India and Pakistan. So I told you that my
organization. So did you then, 1 minute, a wonderful point you have raised there. So let me then tell you, if you believe in that, did you tell Mr. Sartaj Aziz when you met him that what a terribly hypocritical approach you have, where you disqualify candidates from the Pakistan occupied Kashmir elections for their refusal to declare their allegiance to Islamabad? And did you tell Mr. Sartaj Aziz that, Mr. Sartaj Aziz, since you follow such a policy, far from meeting you, I will have nothing to do with you in the near future, because you don't even give that level of independence in the democratic process in POK? Did you tell him that?
No. We have already approached the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and Supreme Court of Pakistan has given a favorable judgment And the judgment of the Supreme Court of Pakistan is that neither this part of Kashmir is a part of India. Neither
what
that
are you
part of
saying,
the
sir?
Kashmir is a part
Sir,
of-
what
part
are
of
you saying?
Pakistan.
Are you not
Both the
aware?
parts
How
are
can you be so
disputed
unaware?
territory.
The
Unless
constitution
and
of
until-
POK, the
unless and
constitution
until
of
the
POK,
people of
I'm
Kashmir,
sorry,
both the
Mr.
parts
Yasin
of
Malik, you are on
Kashmir
shallow
will
ground
not
tonight.
decide
You are
their
on shallow
future
ground tonight
through
because the constitution.
impartial
I don't know. I'll get
referendum
GD Bakshi.
Till that
You
both
see-
the parts are disputed
You see,
territory.
Mr. Malik, understand this, okay?
Please,
Please understand one thing firmly. GD Bakshi is coming in. Please understand one thing. All I'm saying tonight is that before you go kowtowing to the Pakistanis, be aware of what they are doing to the people of POK. And if you, Mr. Malik, lack the courage to do that, then you must admit that, because the constitution of POK has a clause. The constitution of POK has a clause according to which, and allow me to complete now, according to which the contesting candidates have to sign a declaration that I formally declare I believe in the ideology of Pakistan. That ideology states accession to Pakistan and the integrity and sovereignty of Pakistan. This is a matter which has been raised there, and you are saying here on national television, I believe in the right of self-determination of the people of POK. Of course not, Mr. Yasin Malik. You are not aware of the details of the constitution of the so-called POK. GD Bakshi.
Arnab, you have a psychological problem that you are Mr. Right.
Mr. Yasin Malik, you have a factual problem.
Now, kindly let
GD Bakshi.
Arnab, you have
GD Bakshi.
you have a psychological problem
I'd like
that
to ask
you always
Mr. GD Bakshi,
that
Mr.
you
GD
are
Bakshi is responding.
Or is this
Factually,
gentleman a citizen of
factually, you've been.
Pakistan? We are aware of the fact that his wife is a citizen of Pakistan. And the fact that he was sitting.
Let's not get personal. Respond on points.
I am neither a citizen of Pakistan. I am a citizen of Jammu and Kashmir, whose
Mr.
You
Yasin
might as well
Malik,
behave like one.
Mr. Yasin Malik, you know.
You might as well behave like one. And I hope you understand that Jammu and Kashmir is an inalienable part of India. Period. If there is one thing that we have to discuss,
Jammu and Kashmir is not a part of India. Jammu and Kashmir is both the parts are disputed territory, and the position
And
of
you, of
India
course,
in Kashmir is
you,
an
of course,
occupational
well,
force.
of course not, Mr. Yasin Malik. You
And
know,
for
that's
quislings like you,
that's what
it is
happens.
disputed.
That's
as
what
far
happens.
as the
You
people
see,
of India are concerned,
Mr.
we have no doubts.
Mr. Yasin
Maharaja
Malik.
signed an instrument of accession.
No,
The
one
Pakistan army was
one-
supposed to vacate Pakistan occupied
You see,
Kashmir.
one thing must be said.
It has not
Mr.
done
Mr.
so
Yasin,
until now.
Mr. Yasin Malik, please. Mr. Yasin Malik, please.
Also,
Mr. Yasin Malik, please. When you stood on the stage with the Lashkar-e-Toiba's Hafiz Saeed in Islamabad, you traveled to Pakistan on an Indian passport. You are on Indian soil. You have no allegiance. That's another thing. But the fact is that at least you should be honest to say, if I feel for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, then I will go and tell Sartaj Aziz that, Mr. Aziz, you are harboring people like Syed Salahuddin who are killing my fellow Kashmiris. And what is the fault of those fellow Kashmiris that they want to participate in the democratic process in Kashmir? But you are not going to have the courage to say that. Neither you nor any of the others who went with
Will you allow me to speak now?
Now let's get the other two parties in. Both of you have spoken, but why are you allowing this, Salman Soos?
No.
And the plight of the Shias in Gilgit-Baltistan region.
We know,
You
please.
raise that issue with
Sal-
your mentor,
Salman Soos. Salman Soos. Yasin Malik, you've been caught on very, very poor factual ground today. You know that, and so smiling is not going to help. Salman Soos, why are you allowing it? You're saying the NDA also allowed it, these meetings?
Okay. No, look, first of all, Arnab, the fact of the matter is that these kinds of meetings, as the Home Minister also said, have been going on for a long, long time. And by the way, after Kargil, in which more than 500 Indian soldiers died fighting, within a year of that event, these meetings had already started. As far as I can tell, this is not the kind of big ticket news item that should have gotten so much prominence.
Why? Is
I
it
think
embarrassing?
that's outrage business.
Is it embarrassing if this gets attention? You'd rather this be buried under some...
It is
Why?
not a matter of...
Who determines whether it's big ticket or
it's not
small
embarrassing.
ticket?
In fact, No. I'm just telling you. Look, I live in Kashmir. Okay.
No. Who determines if it's big
I am
ticket
on
or
the
small
ground.
ticket?
I am on the ground. I will tell you, if you just allow me to speak. The fact of the matter is, the question that you're posing is absolutely the incorrect one to pose. The correct question to pose to separatist leaders, including Mr. Malik, is the following. You've been having all these meetings for all this time, for all these years. How is it that you don't want to talk to the government of India? It's one flight away. You can talk to the Pakistanis. Why can't you talk to the government of India? They're right here. You don't need a passport. You just come and talk. So the issue is, they can meet. Quite frankly,
Salman,
Salman
shows
Pakistan is
so
there.
Mr. Soz,
India is here.
Mr.
Kashmir
Soz,
is here.
Mr. Soz, so 1 minute, Mr. Soz, you
Yes.
want me to ask that question to the separatists? You want me to ask that question to the separatists?
I want. No, one second.
I'm asking you that. Please take it through me. Do you want me to ask that question to the separatists? No. Do you want me as well? Because when you say
I can. You can ask it too.
Now, you know what, Mr. Soz? No, 1 minute. You know what, Mr. Soz? Mr. Soz, Mr. Soz, 1 minute. 1 minute. You know what?
Let me finish.
You know, Mr. Soz,
Yes.
that's a milder question. I don't believe in asking those mild questions. I believe in going for the only and important question. The question is the Dukhtarane Milat. The question to you is that the Dukhtarane Milat, of which Asia Andrabi is a part, as per my limited information, is a banned organization by the MHA. So Sartaj Aziz meets Hurriyat leaders. How is Asia Andrabi meeting the advisor to the Prime Minister of Pakistan? How is that not a big ticket news item?
Look, the point that you should be.
No, I'm going to ask the questions I want.
The question is the following. No. You can ask the question. But let me just say this: of all the meetings that have taken place, of all the iftar parties that have been attended, the situation on the ground remains as it is, and the separatists have not made any dent.
The question to ask is this. The question to ask is this. No, Salman, the question to ask is this. Take a hypothetical situation where the advisor to the Prime Minister of India.
I don't agree with your outrage. I do not agree with your outrage, Arnab. I'm
getting it, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
You're an outrage generator, Arnab.
1 minute, Salman. So, Salman, keep the subjectivity of it aside. You keep the subjective comments aside, Salman. Let's go with the facts, please. I have a right to my questions.
Yes,
and you have a right to yours. You have a right to be outraged at my questions, and I have a right to be outraged at your answers. So this is a democratic country.
No, I'm outraged at how everything becomes a television.
Come on, please, tomorrow, please understand. This lady, Asia Andrabi, says, I advocate armed struggle against the government of India. I advocate armed struggle against the Indian army, and she goes and has a meeting in Delhi, and you're saying it's okay? Well, maybe that's your view. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
I'm sorry, you give some people too much. Arnab, you give some people too much importance. I'm sorry. You give some people far too much importance.
Well, you allow them to meet the advisor of the Prime Minister. The first question you should ask is why. You should ask Salman why the advisor to the Prime Minister of Pakistan gives them so much importance, and why you allowed that meeting to happen. Now the question goes.
You can ask the advisor.
Salman, Sudhanshu Trivedi. The question to you is. You are criticizing the Congress party, right? But did you not allow similar meetings to happen when Vajpayee was in power? Not once, not twice, 6 or 7 times, as Shinde reminded you today.
Multiple times.
Yes, I will give the answer. First of all, I would like to ask Mr. Salman Soz what Yasin Malik has said on your TV channel. Now, Mr. Salman Soz or any other spokesperson of the Congress party should be honest enough to accept that they have committed a blunder, for which our party president, Mr. Rajnath Singh, has warned in advance. Because he is openly saying that Jammu Kashmir is not the integral part of India, and you are allowing him to meet with the advisor of Pakistan Prime Minister in the national capital of India. Is it not the blunder? Now, I will come to the point that we have talked so many times.
What does it mean?
Yes. Let me complete.
What does it mean? When
at the present situation, it's quite different from the previous situations which prevailed in the last 10 or 12 years. On 3 dimensions.
So how?
Number 1,
tell me,
right now Pakistan is trying to make this issue an international issue. Just now, Mr. Nawaz Sharif has tried to bring United States into the meeting.
Pakistan has been doing that since
Second point.
1947.
Second point. Pakistan has reached the ceasefire violations 50% since 2012. And the ceasefire violation on the 24th of September this year was the biggest ceasefire violation
Have you forgotten Kargil? Have you
Kargil.
forgotten Kargil?
Third.
What are you talking
Yes,
about,
yes,
Mr.
yes.
Trivedi?
Let him complete it. I'll come in. I'll rebut
Within
him
the year
after.
of the
First, let me complete, Mr.
Yeah.
Salman Soz. First,
Fine.
let me complete. And third
Okay.
thing, the brutal
complete.
treatment given by Pakistani army to the Indian soldiers, whether it was the January of this year or the August of this year. In these three circumstances, is it appropriate to allow such type of leverage? It is an abject surrender to the foreign policy of Pakistan. Now, I will answer
One
the
minute.
question.
In July of 2011, in July of 2011,
There is no problem
in July of
when government of India
2011,
is talking.
Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I had the opportunity to stand on a rainy Delhi day in July 2011 outside the house of the Pakistani High Commissioner, where there was an elaborate tea party that was going on with all the separatist Hurriyat leaders with Musharraf. And this was just after, less than 2 years after the Kargil war. I'm asking you today, in July 2011, Kashmir was not an international issue being attempted to be made an international issue by Pakistan. 1 minute, in July 2011, there were no ceasefire violations. So question is, and in July 2011, let me remind you, he met them on the first day of the summit. 2001, I'm sorry.
Yes.
He met them on the first day of the summit.
2001, yeah.
So this pattern has been going on since
What
your
I am
time.
saying
Yeah,
that
no, I
if
just
you
wanted
are
to point that
able
out.
to get something
silly
out of
politics
meeting
season.
with the separatist leader, that too by the government of India, not allowing them to win. If you are able to get something out of this, it is okay. Our government, for the first time in the history of India-Pakistan relationship in the January 2004, have got Pervez Musharraf on record in the Pakistan National Assembly saying that Pakistan will not allow the soil of Pakistan to perpetrate terror against India. This was the achievement. For the first
And then
time,
what happened?
General Musharraf
No, but-
in January
Then what
2004
happened?
has said that Pakistan is ready to speak on subject other than Kashmir. The leverage we have got in January 2004 has been subsequently demolished by this UPA government.
Then what
First
happened immediately
in Havana
after
in
that?
2007, then Sharm el Sheikh, and now the last 1.5 years. This is the difference. We have got talk and we got something. In the similar manner, in China, in 2003,
Yes,
for
you
the
got,
first time.
you
No,
got,
who are
you
the-
got
who are the-
Kargil
why
war,
don't you-
and you were
Whether
the
it is
Mr.
leader.
Salman Soz,
Pakistan or China,
Mr. Salman
we
Soz, do
achieved
you not
something.
see
I want to
through?
ask
Yes.
after
Do
9.5
you
years
not,
of
do you
this,
not,
what
Mr.
have achieved?
Soz, Mr. Soz,
I want to,
Mr. Soz, do you not
Yes.
see through? Do you not see through
Go
the
on.
Hurriyat? Do you not see clearly the clear pro-Pakistan sentiment out here? Do you not? I mean, you are saying on Newshour today, why don't they talk to us? Why don't you realize they are the mouthpiece? They are the mouthpiece of Pakistan. They jump at opportunities to meet Pakistani officials. When the Indian government offers to talk to the Hurriyat, they turn down on more than one occasion. They rejected talks in May, June 2010, as recently as May this year. When Indian political teams go there, then they don't meet with the Indian political party representatives because Mr. Salman Soz, they are backed and funded by Pakistan. Their leaders go and
Yes.
meet their leaders,
Let me
including
come-
Yasin
let me
Malik,
come to that.
go and meet Hafiz Saeed. They're happy to meet Hafiz
can I
Saeed.
come in?
So what more? What are you wasting
let me
this
come to
faith
that.
in the
Let me come
Hurriyat
to that.
for?
Let me respond to that.
Go ahead.
Arnab, just 2 points here. Just 2 points. Very small 2 points.
Yes, please.
The first one is, by the way, the BJP can say as much as they want about how they extracted concessions and this thing and that thing. The fact of the matter is that the Pakistani relationship with India has remained pretty much the same. This is silly politics season for BJP. That's one. Second, Hurriyat, separatists, whatever. If they really care about the interests of the people that they claim
But they don't.
to represent,
Well,
that they claim to represent. No, but
What
I
proof
said
do you
they claim.
need? Why are you batting
they claim
for them?
to represent. Then,
Why are you batting for them?
no, I'm not batting for them now. I'm telling you claim. Can you not understand the word claim?
Can you not understand a simple point, Mr.
They-
Soz, that when somebody tells you that I want armed struggle against the people of against the Indian government, they don't have the interests of
I'm
the
just
state at
saying,
heart. I
Arnab,
mean, I appreciate your
I'm just saying-
sentimentality
No,
towards the
I
Hurriyat.
want to connect.
With what basis do you feel that?
Arnab, I want to connect. I want to connect Hurriyat, these objectives as they call them, with what is going on the ground. They can have, how many meetings have they had? But they will never talk to the real party here. And if they really are interested in resolving anything, if they really want this conflict and other things to end and all that, they should be talking to Delhi.
They rejected it
But
in May.
are they
What are you
really
talking
interested?
about? They rejected it in May.
That's what I'm saying.
So what-
that is a real
GD
question
Bakshi
for them.
wants-
People of Kashmir will
They
ask
reject
that
you.
question.
They go and
No,
talk to the
can I-
Pakistanis. They go and meet Hafiz Saeed. What are you? What are you basing your faith? Why are you allowing them this legitimacy?
I'm just saying.
They don't fight
they
an
can
election.
talk. They can talk to. They,
Arnab,
the
GD
point
Bakshi.
is that ultimately they have to talk to
Can I-
Delhi
can I,
also.
Mr. Sood,
They
I
cannot
think
just. They can
we've
do
heard
whatever
your
they
GD
want.
Bakshi.
Yes. Arnab, firstly, I would like to question who has made the Hurriyat people the representatives of the voice of Kashmir. They have no legitimacy whatsoever. They have taken up, many of them, arms against the state. They have been guilty of seditious behavior. The bounden duty of a nation state is to safeguard its sovereignty and its territorial integrity. I am amazed that our government has been facilitating these kind of meetings between these separatist people trying to break up the country with their mentors and financiers across the border, and they are trying to do it in the capital city of our country. It is
So
an
what's your
insult
question to
our
Yasin Malik?
Indians who pay taxes. My question to Yasin Malik is
No, can you
that
allow
he
me to-
better own up to his Indian citizenship. We do not need his mediation for any peace between India and Pakistan. The people of India and Pakistan will do it themselves. I think he better stay off the stages with the likes of Hafiz Saeed. They have killed 165 Indians in one go. We do not want more blood on the hands and this man to be sharing stages with them and then pontificating and then posing as an arch peacemaker. Thank you. We don't need you.
Can I, Arnab, reply?
Yes, please.
Mr. Bakshi and other friends in this media show,
That's General Bakshi.
you have said many things, Mr. General Bakshi. You have said many things. I have just one simple reply, that your forces have killed more than 100,000 innocent people in Kashmir. Your forces are the killers of 100,000 innocent people of Kashmir. Your forces are involved in rape and molestation
and people
in
who have
Kashmir.
taken up arms against
Your
the state.
forces are involved in forces are involved in demolition in Kashmir.
Why does your voice not rise, Mr. Malik? Mr. Malik,
in Kashmir.
Mr. Malik, I just have one
Kashmir
question
does
for you.
not belong to you.
No, Mr.
You
Malik,
use it
I
every
have
kind
just
of
one
military
question for you.
operation
I have
to
just
break
one
the will
question
of the
for you,
people.
Mr. Malik.
Mr. General Bakshi.
Mr. Malik, this is Arnab Goswami here, not General Bakshi. I hope you can recognize my voice.
Completely.
Mr. One minute, please let me tell you this. Even Imran Khan says that it's a farce that goes on in POK. Even Imran Khan talks about the rigging that goes on, the manipulation that goes on in POK, the use of force, the manner in which innocents are killed and tortured. I want tonight just one question to you. Mr. Yasin Malik, despite never fighting an election and having no proven popular base, you claim to represent the people of Kashmir. I don't know on what basis. You have no popular base. There's nothing to prove your support. First. Secondly, 1 minute,
should I reply?
Mr. Malik, I haven't even come to my question. My question is, I just want you on national television today to quote yourself. You give me one occasion today when you have questioned the policy of terrorism, state-sponsored terrorism of the government of Pakistan. Please tell me, you raise your voice with me, you tell me one occasion, date, time, place where you have raised your voice against the atrocities committed by the government and the army of Pakistan. 2 minutes on the debate, that's my question to you.
And on the
Okay, as far as the
on
first question is concerned, that we are not representing people here in Kashmir.
No,
If you are so confident or no, please let me conclude. If you are so confident and your people who are the participant of this debate in your studio, if they too are confident that the pro-freedom leadership who are claiming that they are representing the people of Kashmir, they do not have base, why you are not then pursuing the government of India that it is a better time to hold a referendum, democratic referendum in Kashmir?
You see, in a
This problem
democracy,
will go in
you have
favor
had,
of
no, one
India.
second, Mr. Malik, you
Why
know, the
you
problem
are
is,
why you are
I'll let Sudhanshu Trivedi answer that and respond to you, because one sec, Mr. Yasin Malik, Mr. Yasin Malik, there are two political party representatives here today, and every single person is asking you today, Yasin Malik, you are the person who is running scared. You, Mr. Malik, recognize the reality. You are scared of the ballot, and hence you need to sit with a killer called Hafiz Saeed and try and gain legitimacy through that kind of a process. Now, Mr. Malik, Mr. Malik, how does a person who is not embarrassed to sit next to Hafiz Saeed, how is a person who is not embarrassed to sit next to Hafiz Saeed, why is he scared of the ballot?
India uses every kind of corruption, but they are still scared to hold a different.
Mr. Malik, I am getting Sudhanshu Trivedi to respond to you. You dodged it, Mr. Malik. You dodged it. You dodged it, Mr. Malik.
We don't need you here.
You dodged it. And secondly, can you give me one example? One example. My first question, of course, you dodged. You're scared of the ballot. Second is give me one single time in your entire life, Mr. Malik, when you have exposed and taken on the vicious forces spreading terrorism into India instead of sitting there with Hafiz Saeed. Give me one occasion when you did that. Please, right now, do that.
Arnab, it was 11th February 92. When our leader, Mr. Amanullah Khan, was coming to this part of Kashmir with thousands of people through a peaceful means, and the Pakistani security forces fired upon them and they killed.
You can't remember one instance since 1992. You can't remember one instance. That's amazing. That's amazing, Mr. Malik. That's the only time you spoke. Oh, Mr. Malik, you've really exposed yourself tonight.
After that, we did not feel any kind of human rights violation.
Really, you did not? Then I request you, Mr. Yasin Malik, please go and read. If you did not, then remember this. If you did not, then remember this. You go back today and open up the website of Human Rights Watch and educate yourself about the human rights violations that happened there in POK by the government of Pakistan. Who you are so happy cozying up to, Mr. Malik. Come on, how many more times will you expose yourself on national television tonight?
In Mali station.
Oh, come on, Mr. Malik.
Who have been killed in the hundreds.
30 seconds on the debate. I allow rebut to Sudhanshu Trivedi and Salman Soz if they want to come into this. Sudhanshu Trivedi first.
What Mr. Yasin Malik was saying, it's a very unfortunate, but it is expected from him. But I feel pathetic for the Congress party that after hearing this, they are unable to respond properly. In just one line, I would like to say that they have committed a phenomenal blunder which has started from 1947, the Himalayan blunder committed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
Salman Soz is responding.
In the history of the world, a powerful and bigger country has taken the issue.
Salman Soz, last word, closing after that. Salman Soz.
Well, it seems to me that the BJP is still going to live in the past and keep insulting freedom fighters of India. I think that is what Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is now going to refer to. They're going to denigrate Nehru, they're going to denigrate other freedom movement leaders. That is their new kind of politics that the BJP is spawning now in India. The fact of the matter is that we can shout as much as we want, but ultimately any kind of issue has to be resolved through discussions. And my sense is, my perception is, that these talks and all this that is going on between the separatists and the Pakistani embassy and the High Commission and all that has not yielded anything for them.
All 4
and
points of
I think it is high time that they realize that discussions with Delhi must be held.
And remember
they should talk, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I thank everyone for participating. Remember this, Mr. Yasin Malik, the freedom with which you speak also on the program today is a reflection of democracy of this country, which is denied to the people of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Thank you for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight.